Hey, Joe from Boulet's Garage here. So I got a 2025 Honda CRV hybrid sitting on my left, and I'm going to show you how to double, maybe even triple the life of your brake life expectancy. Hold on, I'm going to show you right after this. All right, I got this 2025 CRV on my left here, and I'm going to take the brakes apart and service them. Why? It's a brand new car, Joe. Yeah, well, the problem is that these vehicles don't have a lot of brake grease where they need it. You say grease the brakes, Joe, really? Yeah, well, just hold on a second. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, first thing I'm going to do is move the caliper in a little bit. I like to use one of these big old C-clamps here. See what I'm doing? I don't know. That way it's going to take any pressure off the brake pads in the caliper so it doesn't fight me taking it out. You know what I mean? So in this case, I'm going to use a 14 millimeter boxed end wrench. Now I've had this work. I've proven it works on my own vehicle. There's some customers out there that listen to me and they know it works. And so, you know, in New England, it's more of a problem. Hands down, it's a lot more of a problem than anywhere else in the country because we use road salt, as I've mentioned a million times in my videos. If you live where they don't use road salt, consider yourself very lucky. All right, so 2 bolts. Flip the caliper up here. Careful not to hang that off the brake hose. I just got it set up here right now. So I'm going to pull a brake pad out. And if you can see, there is little or no brake grease where we need it. Any metal to metal contact within the bracket, obviously not here on the brake pad surface. That would be ridiculous. So I'm going to show you a close-up of the caliper bracket, and you can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. All right, so here's where the brake pad sits. You can see there's almost nothing in there. Now, this has got 5,000 miles in this vehicle. You can almost start to see where the rust is going to start. But I'm going to clean these up, and I'm going to use some brake caliper grease on these spots. In case you're wondering what I use CRC brake caliper grease. Okay, so I'm going to add some brake grease to the caliper brackets where the brake pads are supposed to slide in and out. Okay, hold on. There's going to be 4 spots, 2 for each brake pad. Lube those up with that. And the brake pad itself, you're going to put the grease right here where it's supposed to slide. Now, how often should you do this? You can do this every year, year and a half. That's great. And you can see right here where the calipers made marks. That's where we're going to put the grease. Keep in mind, if you ever have any brake noise and your brake pads are fine, this oftentimes will take care of the noise. So you get the brake pad back in there. Sometimes these can be tricky to get back in. You got to kind of put them in at an angle and roll them in. So we're going to do this brake pad too. This is the inside one. And add some grease to the outside where the caliper pistons rub up against. Okay. right there. Sorry, my camera's not cooperating. So put that back inside there. There's something to keep in mind too. Um, you go to the tire chain stores, they're great. They offer a free rotation. But when they rotate tires, they don't necessarily look at the brakes. That's really not their job. I know when I rotate tires, I always do a brake inspection. That includes, making sure that the caliper pins are sliding in and out. Because if they aren't, there's any resistance there, the brake pads can wear unevenly. You'll get one dragging. The brake pad, actually the brake caliper, the piston, not allowed to square up in the brake pad like it's designed to. But so now I'm going to put the caliper back on. You got to kind of squeeze the brake pad in at the same time. If you don't, then it's just going to work against you. You get those little spring clips. That the spring clips actually help after you apply the brake, move the brake pad back outward, away from the brake rotor. Now, those work for a little while until the grease goes away. But if you do this regularly, if your mechanic's looking at your car and he's spinning the wheel while he's checking the tire pressure, one of them drags, and he doesn't mention it to you, yeah, maybe he's waiting to get money down the road from or for replacing pads and rotors, but I've actually proven this to work. Oh yeah, so I'm not going to talk torque specs here. Sometimes the inner pin will slide on you like this one is. And just got to get something to hold it there. Want to make sure you don't twist the boot in the caliper bracket. Still moving on me. Yeah, I know I got vice grips to do this. Oftentimes you can't get a wrench in there. At least I don't have really narrow-headed wrenches. Also, I like to put a little grease on the brake hub where it goes into the wheel, because oftentimes they can corrode and cause the wheel to bind up on the hub itself. So, same exact procedure on the other side. The rear brakes, you got electric parking brake. That's a little different. Today I'm just going to focus on the front ones. I can show you how to do the rear ones next time around. Anytime if you're going to replace your rear brakes on any car, the electric parking brake, look out here for the procedure, because oftentimes you have to have a scan tool to do it. And I do have that. I have the software updated monthly, so it's not an issue for me. So hey, if you like this video and you want to double or even triple the life of your brakes and your car's brand new, do it while it's young. Because if you do it around 30,000 miles and the brake pads have been stuck in the brackets and they're half worn, there's no sense in even doing it, really. Hey, if you like this video, please do so and subscribe while you're at it.